Hi everyone, Alan here with Rigoletto Music. Do you ever feel like you've been practicing and practicing and practicing your guitar and you just haven't been getting better? This process can go on for maybe weeks, months, or even years. It's called being stuck in a rut, and it's okay, we all go through it. In this video, we're going to take a look at some shifts of mindset that can help you to deal with the frustrations of being stuck in a rut a lot better. One thing that I often talk to my guitar students about is the two types of learning that we have when we're trying to develop a skill. These are called vertical and horizontal learning. Essentially, vertical learning is progressing at new skills and new challenges, and horizontal learning is getting better at the things that you already know. Both of these are really important for progressing, but sometimes when we have an imbalance with vertical and horizontal learning, it can make it so that we find it's very hard to progress. I also like to put vertical and horizontal learning in more poetic terms, as climbing the mountain and loving the plateau. Loving the plateau you may have already heard before as a saying when it comes to getting better at any skill. So let's take a look at what vertical learning is. So when you're trying to get better at a skill, in this case we're talking about guitar playing, there are a lot of new challenges that you have to constantly be dealing with. If you are learning how to play a new scale, if you're learning to try to develop speed, if you're learning to play pieces that are really challenging for you, these are all skills that can be considered vertical learning. And it is kind of like climbing a mountain. It feels rewarding, but it is very difficult to do. Now, if you're okay with the challenge, then you might be doing okay not getting too frustrated with your progress or maybe slow progress. But there are a lot of people out there, myself included, that can get very frustrated when things don't seem to be going as quickly as you're looking for. And this is okay, but it's important to understand that it is okay. It's very easy to start to get into the mindset that, oh, I'm never going to get better, and things are always going to be this difficult. And it can start to lead to being stuck in a rut. Being stuck in a rut can be really rough because every time you think about playing the guitar, you're just dreading it because you know that you're going to have to pick up the guitar and try to work on that thing that's challenging you so much. This is the dilemma with vertical learning. Climbing the mountain can be very difficult, so you have to make sure that you balance it out with things that you already know. This is where horizontal learning comes in. The thing is, if you've gotten to this certain point with your vertical learning, then that means that you most probably are able to play a lot of things and play them well. So, why not improve on those techniques? With my beginning guitar students, once as they learn how to play the basic four chords, G, C, E minor, and D, then they have the ability to play like millions of songs. So you can start to get better at strumming, fingerstyle, everything with these chords, but at the same time, you can use just the basic technique of being able to play through these four chords to be able to learn whatever songs you want that include these chords, which is a really large number. So this is where horizontal learning comes in. You can really start to hone in on the skill that you already know. And I highly suggest that that's something that you spend a lot of time doing in your practice. If you already know how to do certain techniques, then learn songs that use these techniques. If you need to know what songs to learn, it's a good idea to spend maybe 15 to 20 minutes writing down all the skills you already know on the guitar, and then start to brainstorm what songs you can learn that use these techniques. It could also help you when you're listening to be like, oh, I could learn that song because this uses slurs in the way that I want to practice more. So in this way, you're dividing your practice. You can spend some of your practice working on vertical learning, new skills, improving your speed, improving your dexterity, learning more challenging tunes. But also make sure you spend some time working on things that you already know. Learning a new song that uses techniques that you are already very skilled at. This is something that's very important, and it's something that when we start to get kind of addicted to getting better and better and better, we forget to do. So make sure that you spend some time during your practice sessions doing some horizontal learning. If you want to receive updates about the guitar lesson videos that I'm uploading, please be sure to subscribe to Rigoletto Music. I also have a blog over at www.rigolettomusic.com.